All right, what is up, everyone? I'm here to bring you a Cardano video, ADA video. A lot of interesting things going on. It broke above a recent peak, a recent all-time highs. In this video, I will break ADA down for you guys, talk about what I see happening, the likelihoods, run through some TA. So if you like the sound of that, please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit the bell to be notified of new uploads, because we'll be breaking down your favorite cryptos all throughout this build run. Let's delve into it, guys. I was about to say chainlink. ADA here is right up against significant resistance from the last cycle's levels at the last cycle. If we look here at the last cycle, there's a lot of resistance, a lot of price reactiveness all around the low 40-cent range. So I think 39 cents to kind of 45 cents. I know that's a large range, but there are a lot of peaks here. Price did react to these ranges. So 39 cents to 45 cents. I think is going to act at really 44 cents really, is going to act as resistance for Cardano. Now, very interestingly, if indeed the pattern I believe we're forming is valid, and that is an if, and if we break out bullishly, I believe we have a chance of breaking past those resistance levels. Because if we take the height of this ascending triangle, and we assume this here is the breakout point, that would take us to over 55 cents, maybe 56 cents. Now, that is not a guarantee. The market is in a very precarious place. One thing that we need to take a look at to understand what Cardano might do is not Cardano. I know, that sounds weird, but it's true. I'll explain it to you. Bitcoin dominance. I keep mentioning this because it's important. Bitcoin dominance is the total value of Bitcoin in comparison to the total value of all cryptocurrency. Whenever it rises, alts typically suffer, alts such as ADA. Whenever it falls, alts typically benefit, alts such as ADA. As well, the DXY, the dollar index. The dollar index is a factor that contributes, that has an effect on cryptocurrency. Whenever the dollar rises, other currencies suffer, other currencies such as crypto. Isn't it very interesting that as the DXY, the dollar, is rising, Bitcoin is falling? Isn't that interesting? It's almost like they have an effect on each other. And whenever the dollar decides to go for a leg down, which I think is an inevitability in my mind, because absolutely nothing has changed to make the dollar stronger. The Americans have been printing trillions of dollars, devaluing their currency, and that's only going to continue. So in my opinion, this is very likely just a temporary uptrend, where in the near future here, we're likely to get rejected and make a lower low, which could be a factor that helps crypto, helps Bitcoin, which helps Ethereum, which helps the alts such as ADA. So as well, Ethereum leads the altcoins. Ethereum loves to form these ascending triangles, have a bearish fake out, then pump again. Look, so ascending triangle here, broke down bearishly, pumped. Ascending triangle here, broke down bearishly, pumped. Ascending triangle here, broke down bearishly, and now we're just kind of hovering around these regions. Guys, Ethereum can only be making these ascending triangles for so long. Eventually, soon, and you know, there's other patterns we could talk about here, but I do think these ascending triangles do make some sense. But point is, we can only be doing this for so long. Eventually, Ethereum's going to have to choose a direction here, sooner rather than later, and whatever way that does go, again, is likely to have an effect on ADA. So, guys, we're right up against resistance, which means we could face a rejection. If indeed we do face a rejection, I've drawn some areas that I think we're likely to find some, at the very least, temporary support off of. Now, I'm trying to get my VPVR to cooperate with me. The VPVR being the thing that measures where volume is being traded. Anyways, I forgot what time frame I was looking at here. But in terms of a retracement level, I think if we were to get rejected, kind of a bit of a leg down, I think 35 cents to 34.2 makes a lot of sense. Okay, price was reacting off these areas here and here, a bit of more volume being traded here, but more so than that, I think 32 cents to 30 cents is going to act as critical support for ADA if indeed we do have that leg down. A few interesting things to note: the 50 EMA on the 6 hour was acting as critical support. Really, we could also argue the 100 EMA as well, although we really didn't touch it as much. Price was really reacting right here off the 50 EMA on the 6 hour. So since it's kind of hugging the lines of this ascending triangle, I believe we need to maintain the 50 EMA in order for this pattern, this bullish pattern, to be valid. and for us to remain bullish. If we start to break down, close below the 50 EMA on the 6 hour, that is very bad news bears. That is very no bueno. We could correct further. Worst case scenario, in my opinion, for Cardano is retracing back to like the 20-cent range. Again, price reactive range, a lot of volume starting to be moved around once we get into that 20-cent range. So that is kind of worst case scenario if we cannot hold those support levels as well. The 4-hour 100 EMA, very significant support level. So yeah, those are some of the interesting important things we need to keep an eye out for if we are indeed to remain bullish. As well, looking at our indicators on the 6-hour, the stochastic RSI really seems to want to have a leg down, and the stochastic is a very important indicator to look at because the stochastic helps us to understand when we're going to have a change in the trend. Now, the stochastic is not helpful for telling you the extent to the change in the trend, but that there will be one. But it doesn't really tell you like how large that shift in trend will be. For that, we have to check out our other indicators as well. On the 6-hour, market cipher momentum wave seems to want to have that bearish crossover. MACD still has not gone into the oversold region, but is trending in that direction. Histogram taken down. RSI hasn't made a lower high yet. I wouldn't call this a peak, at least not quite yet. I don't think this movement is quite done. If we look at the 4-hour, okay, the 4-hour is looking more bearish. RSI kind of a downtrend there. Stochastic had a bullish crossover. It really doesn't seem to want to go down, as well as the momentum wave. We had a bearish sell signal, then a buy, then a bullish one. It doesn't seem to want to go down as well. This pitchfork, guys, how can I have not mentioned it? Each line within this pitchfork price is likely to react off of. So as we can see right here, the body candle of this 4-hour candle seems to be one hovering above this red median line here. As we can see, price reacts off these levels here. So this is something to keep in mind. If we break below this median here, I think we're more likely to test the green wall of this ascending triangle. Just to kind of summarize things and kind of say what the bottom line here is. Guys, we're right up against resistance. We might fall back down to retest this green line here and kind of further cement this ascending triangle. If we break down, I've mentioned my support levels. If we break up, again, 55 cents, I think makes a lot of sense. That's one, guys. We need to keep an eye out for Bitcoin dominance and the DXY and Ethereum and Bitcoin. They lead the market. Okay, guys, I'll wrap it up there. Take care.